It's been over 7 years since 3 people were brutally murdered and set on fire in the community of Pinyon Pines, just up Highway 74. Tonight, the father of the youngest victim, 18-year-old Becky FRIEDLI, wants justice. He and a private investigator working the case are now calling out the sheriff's department for botching the case and failing to go after the person many are calling the prime suspect. They're going public with this information tomorrow at a news conference in Riverside, but in a KMIR exclusive, they're telling us what they're going to say tonight.
I do believe that there is enough evidence to support an arrest, and I can't understand why one isn't being made.
Ron FRIEDLI is frustrated. It's been over 7 years since his 18-year-old daughter Becky, his ex-wife Vicky, and her boyfriend John Hayward were murdered and set on fire in the small community of Pinyon Pines. The retired lieutenant with the Riverside County Sheriff's Department says the investigation into the case was botched from the beginning.
Becky was placed in a wheelbarrow and lit on fire. When the crime scene was released, we went up there, myself and other family members, and that wheelbarrow was still there. There was still flesh in the wheelbarrow that had never been removed, and that I've never gotten over that. I mean, to see right there, that should have been taken as evidence. The only thing they took were the handles from the wheelbarrow. They left the rest of it right there.
According to FRIEDLI, that wasn't the only mistake in the investigation. He says the initial lead investigator on the case was one of his best friends, and such a good friend of the family that Becky FRIEDLI babysat his children. FRIEDLI says that is a conflict of interest. Private investigator Luis Bolaños, who is working this case for the family, agrees.
You can't investigate yourself. You can't investigate your best friend's case. That doesn't make any sense. And normally the public, normally the Sheriff's Department or the DA's office won't allow that.
She about right here.
Bolaños has been digging deep into the case for over a year and a half now and says there are many more conflicts of interest within the Sheriff's Department, and it warrants another agency coming in to take over.
Some of these ties are extremely close. Some of these folks have worked together. There are some blood relations here, very close ties. Maybe close enough where information was exchanged where it shouldn't have been. Specific information about the homicide. All wrong. That should never happen.
Both Bolaños and FRIEDLI are now asking that the Sheriff's Department take themselves off the case and turn the investigation over to the State Attorney General's office. They believe a fresh set of eyes could break the case and lead to an arrest and prevent whoever did this from ever doing it again.
I truly believe in my heart that the people that are involved in this homicide will actually hurt somebody again. Those people are in the community, they're living next to people that have no idea who they are or what they've done, and it's scary. I lost my daughter and I know what it feels like, and I don't want anybody else to go through the same thing.
Tomorrow morning at 9, Luis Bolaños and Ron FRIEDLI are holding a news conference on the steps of the courthouse in Riverside. They will outline these alleged conflicts of interest and others, including information they've uncovered on why this case may still be unsolved because of politics. I will be there for that news conference and have all the details coming up tomorrow on KMIR News beginning at 5 p.m.